at the beach. Dora's flapping her on about it. Bit of green juice. It's Monday morning here in southeast Queensland, a place called Redcliffe. Beautiful, and you know the exciting thing about Monday here in Australia is that most people have started having their holidays. Oh, what happened here? Someone's tied up. See, these are the fish nets you hate because these fray and come undone, and then the animals get caught up in it. But someone's tied this up here so that someone can come back and find it. Yeah, well, my word, I don't need to do anything with that, guys. All right, but we do have to do a jumping for joy because look at that. Look at that. We miss seeing sunrises. We saw a sunrise yesterday in Ireland for the winter solstice. It was amazing. Anyway, let me just put the phone down. Tripod. Put you there. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Glowing, look at me. So we'll drink this before we leave. It is Awake. Hello, Awake. How are you going? This is sunrise in southeast Queensland. Behind me. Good morning. How you going? Joshua, hey, how you going? Welcome. Guys, I'm going to put you down for a second. I'm just going to go put this back in the car. But enjoy the sun. I'll be back in a couple of minutes and we'll go walking and talking. You want to hang out? You can. Hello, Heather. How funny, hey? Heather, you're getting to see my sunrise. A little bit different to the sunrise we saw in Donegal last night or this morning for Heather. So Heather's backyard, she's based in Donegal in Ireland. We did a live yesterday from Heather's channel. She was watching her sunrise, I was watching my sunset. And it was really amazing to line up the landscape and the horizon. Very, very cool. If you want to see that, go to my post and I've got a screenshot of the sunset and sunrise and then a link to the live if you want to see it, because it's pretty interesting to see a sunrise in Donegal in Ireland and at the same time a sunset here in Australia. It's very cool. All right, let's pick up our tripod and let's walk, because we have walking to do today, guys. It's Monday morning here in southeast Queensland. If you're new here, hello. If you're not new here, hello. It's all the same. New friends are welcome, but I love talking to my old friends. One of my old friends is Heather, but Heather won't hang around very long because it's nighttime in Ireland now. So she'll be ready to go to bed and start her new week tomorrow morning for her. For me, it's already in the new week. And look at this. Look how beautiful this is, guys. Monday morning. Oh, just take a deep breath and take that in. It's just like... My face is glowing, guys, because I had to put some sunscreen on. Some sunscreen on my arms because it is already quite warm here this morning. It's summer here in Australia, where it's the opposite, obviously. In Ireland, it's cold. When I turn up to the beach, it's 25 degrees to watch the sunset. Heather turns up to the beach to see the sunrise. She's wearing mittens, a beanie, a big jumper. It's cold, it's windy. It's such a contrast, right? Oh, I'm so happy we could do that. Oh, Bo's in the background there too. Dora, try your best to call me, what, Springtrap today. Ha 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 ha. Yes, I did think, well actually, wasn't that your name originally, Springtrap? Wasn't that what you were originally called? Bo, your handle? You've changed your handle that many times. I don't know who's who. So how did your day play out, Heather? Did you end up getting rain, or was it actually quite a nice day? Because I tell you, it looked like with the sun, you know, the sunshine, it actually looked quite a nice day, but obviously there was some cloud looming, so potentially it just got cloudier and cloudier. But you can only hope it got better. So, well, Susan, I lost my hat for you, Susan. I'd lose my hat for you, Susan, any day, mate. Oh. Okay. Okay, so Heather's saying the day was beautiful. How's that? Wow. And you had an amazing sunset. Hey, so Heather, you should definitely take a photo, a screenshot of your sunrise and sunset, because that would make a really cool winter solstice post in your community post, or on Instagram or Facebook, wherever you want to post. So Susan, Heather and I did that sunrise, sunset, solstice live last night, and oh my god, it was so good, Susan. It was on Heather's channel, but if you just go have a look at the picture in my community post, you'll see the landscapes lined up for us in the picture, in the live, and it looked so cool. So cool. Maybe you had to be there kind of cool, but Bo was there, Paul was there. We had a few people watching, but it was lovely. The swimmers just coming out of the water. You got 72 mils of rain yesterday, and my neighbour's house got hit by lightning. Shit. So yesterday, Heather, I was on a live, and Susan's saying, "Oh my God, the thunder and lightning's getting closer and closer." I'm like, "Go turn everything off just in case you have a surge." And yeah, she ended up having lots and lots of rain. So the biggest question is, because this is a homesteading question, like, because you're homesteading too, Heather, or you plan to be homesteading, is that Susan's running out of water, and she's about to have to buy water, which is like expensive, right? So my question is, did the tanks get filled up yesterday with that much water, Susan? Fingers crossed that gives you at least 1 or 2 weeks worth of water, or a month, 2 months at the most, or hoping. Because I think Susan quoted 250 Australian dollars to fill up a tank, or was it 10,000 mils of water? That's a week's worth of water. So basically $250 a week is the cost for a delivery of water that will only last a week at Susan's property. Because keeping in mind, Susan's got cattle and calf that she has to, make sure that they keep, hydrated, and sheep and chickens, not to mention the adults, her and Paige. But I'm like, her and Paige are probably only they're quite happy to probably go every second day without a shower, just to make sure that, the water stays. The old English shower. I'm sure people know what I'm talking about by the English bath, which is basically, because it's, traditionally in England or the UK, it's kind of quite cold, right? So when it's really cold, no one wants to have a shower. I've got to say, when I lived in Ireland, I didn't want to have a shower. It was so friggin' cold. I mean, it was nice to get into the shower, but as soon as you got out of the hot shower, it was like death. And even though the house that I was living in had central heating, it was still cold. Just the act of, taking your clothes off was like really cold. So I kind of get the idea of like the English bath, which is basically just to clean yourself with a cloth. Because obviously on Susan's homestead, her animals are her livelihood. So, she does everything possible to keep them alive and want to keep them alive. But like spending $250 a week is a lot of money. Like, shit. Though in saying that, Paul, who used to live in that area, said that they would order water every week too. Because it's kind of like the season, it kind of gets dry. Look at that. I love looking at that. Look at that. It's so amazing. I'm obsessed with sunrises. I said this on the live yesterday. Like, I asked, are people liking sunsets or sunsets better? Most people said sunsets because you see sunsets more often, right? But for me personally, I like the idea of waking up and seeing a new day and watching a sunrise. And it's location driven too, obviously, because I live 5 minutes from the beach. But, you get used to what you're used to, right? And I'm going to be honest, I never used to see sunrises. I used to like to lie in bed and then scroll on my phone for, a few hours, and then at the very last minute, get up and get changed, have a shower, have breakfast before I had to go to work. Now I do something completely different for myself, which is I wake up. Most times I wake up before my alarm at 6 o'clock in the morning. But this morning I probably woke up about 5:30 naturally. I did a 10-minute meditation and then I started reading my book, drinking some water. So yeah, my mornings are so different to what they used to be. Mind you, also I'd probably waking up very hungover, right? What is that? Okay. I don't have a bucket with me, guys, but we're going to pick that up. Can't help myself. Can't help myself. I know, I need to get my bucket working again, guys. You know the reason why my bucket broke? Because I was picking up too much sea glass. The irony, hey? Picking up too much sea glass and rubbish, and I broke the bucket. So guys, this is Lavender's Rock. And I always stop, have a look at the heart. See the heart? Love to you guys. So Heather's saying she's going to make a winter solstice video. Excellent. Oh, so Susan, you had no power last night. Oh, shit. So the power did go off. I'm glad you turned off all the power then. Or all your stuff, just in case you had a surge. Matt! Is that Matt Launton from Cheshire? From the Cheshire Cat? Sorry, I'm behind, guys. You know that. I'm always behind. 10,000 litres is $250 delivered. Okay, yeah. Every second day, which I could shower that regularly. Haha, love it, yeah. I turn the heat on all the time. Oh, do you? Well, I mean, I guess you can, right? If you live in suburbia and you're on the power grid, you can. Hey, Dora, what is the soft version 75 hard? I'll tell you that in a second, Bo. Just seeing the chat while I can kind of see it. Susan's saying hello to Josh. Susan's saying I like sunsets because it means my work day is over. Yeah, that makes sense, kind of thing. Yeah, so Susan's saying drinking water for the animals is more important. I mean, you're important too, obviously, but she would never go without. Like, she could definitely go next door to her neighbours and get water for her. But like, to get water to feed the animals is it's a different story. It's a lot more water needed. I mean, I'm sure her neighbours would give her water if she wanted it, but like, how to carry it is the other thing, right? If you want to, go get some water for yourself, you could go just take a couple of water bottles next door, drive next door and you can get some water. But to feed your troughs of water, to water your troughs and your chickens and stuff like that, you need extra water. Like, you need to carrying things. So the animals can drink 1,000 litres a day if it's hot. Crap. It kind of makes you realise how much water you actually use, because when you think about it, 10,000 litres is $250. So in American terms, US terms, that's what? Because I always put everything in American terms because, most people that watch my channel are American. Sorry, guys, if you're Australian or UK. I'd love to get more people from Australia and UK watching me, but, apparently that's not my market. Sorry, let me just go see what I'm doing here. I'm just having a drink, guys. While we're talking about water, I'm drinking water. I love coming through here onto the mangroves, and I feel like, I'm standing on old lava, right? This is old lava back in the day. I mean, I don't know how the lava gets here because, like, the actual volcano is like lots and lots of kilometres away, like probably 40 kilometres away. 50 kilometres away probably. So maybe I'm speaking bullshit. Maybe this isn't lava rock. I don't know. But it looks like lava rock. It looks like, I always say that I'm on the moon. Not that I've been on the moon, maybe Jupiter. Anyway, enough gabbling. There's some guys swimming here. What a way to start your day for a swim, right? So, Heather, did you end up going for a scuba? Because you were talking about Sundays is your scuba dive time. Let's chuck this rubbish away. Oh, there's some more rubbish. While we're here, right, guys? While we're here. Because, you know, again, we don't want an animal picking that up. Talking about the English bath, Susan, this is what you'd use. Baby wipes for English bath. Careful about what you pick up here, guys. But there seems to be a whole lot of rubbish here. See, Dora's supposed to be walking, and this is what she does. She gets sidetracked doing everything. Everything. But anyway, that's all right. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. My small way of helping the universe, right? And our animals. More importantly, animals, guys. I'm going to be honest. Us humans are pigs. Absolute pigs. Generalising, guys. But fuck me. I'm going to be here all day. Sorry, I'm swearing. No, I'm not sorry. Because, yeah, look at this. Like, I'm not going to pick up someone's festy toilet paper. No, I'm sorry, can't do that. Can't do that. Hey. Oh, beautiful dog.
He's a happy dog.
Yeah, very happy dog. You don't see many black Labradors. Wow. Can I just get in here and just wash my hands? Yeah, thanks. All right. Crap, see, I missed all this paper. Okay, we need to go back to picking up rubbish again, guys. I need to get a better system with buckets and stuff that doesn't break because I fill it up with too much shit. Because, yeah, it hurts. It irks me. It really does. And maybe even carrying a pair of gloves would be not a bad idea. Because, yeah, okay, guys, sidetracked. Okay, back to chat. What am I talking about? First world problems, right? Picking up paper and rubbish. It's actually not first world problems. It's all world problems, picking up rubbish. Okay, change the subject, Dora. Otherwise we go down a rabbit hole of doom and gloom. Okay, let me just... Hi, I'm Dora, and we're walking along the beach. And it's beautiful. Life is amazing. But, you know, I'm keeping it real, guys. Like, life is amazing. But, you know, as a human, I think we have a responsibility that we have to think about, you know, the waste that we put out. And, you know, we should do do little things each day that help our universe. Like, look at Susan. She's homesteading. She lives on a property. She doesn't access the electricity. She harnesses the sun. She grows her plants to eat. She grows hay for her animals, her cows to eat. I mean, of course she has to buy things sometimes, but she tries to do some barter, like a barter system. You know, back in the day, that's what people used to do. And I commend Susan for doing that because it's not an easy life. If anyone's been ever watching High Country Homestead, Susan's channel, you know, it's not easy. At the moment, she's nearly running out of water. And that means, like, you know, how does she make her cows have water and her sheep and her chickens, because her chickens lay eggs naturally, and she sells the eggs. So that's money, right? And she needs money to pay for the water. It's like a whole system. And I think I commend her because, you know, it would be very easy to her to go, you know what, this is fucking just too hard. I'm going to go back to society and, you know, live in society. But she's choosing to live like this because she wants to show an example to her daughter and for herself and for, you know, people watching her YouTube or whoever reads her articles, that this is a way of life. And there's something really nice about that. So, you know, I always am so thoroughly proud, and I just feel very, very lucky to have Susan as a friend so that I can see some of the practices that she does and remember, like, I mean, this sounds really weird, but for her talking about her water issues makes me kind of, living in society, like in suburbia, realise how wasteful we are with water. Like, we pay for water. We don't say that I pay $250 a week to get, you know, 10,000 litres of water, but we pay for water, right? It's not free. Have I ever done the math and how much we spend a month or a fortnight or a quarter or anything like that? No, I don't actually. I haven't. And that's really naive of me to, like, you know, not to know. Anyway, just these little things. It's interesting. Very interesting. So anyway, changing the subject, guys. This is the beach we are walking on today. Guys, I can't see the chat. But you can see that guy's ass if you're into asses. That guy's probably not going to be very happy that I'm filming his ass. But, you know, he looks like a fit guy. So, Bo was asking me in the chat, he's asked me twice, what 75 soft is. So, 75 soft is a easier version of 75 hard. That's the easiest question. But what is it? Basically, it is 75 days, like 75 hard, but it's easier. So instead of drinking like a gallon of water, I believe you only have to drink, I don't know, you'll have to Google it, Bo. I don't actually know the actual rules, but instead of doing 2 45-minute exercises a day, you only need to do 30 minutes, I believe. So it's a lot easier. So, you know, you still have to read books, drink water, exercise, but it's not as strict, right? So if you do Google it, you'll find that it is a real thing. It is an option to do 75 soft, and why not? A lot of people in the chat were actually doing a different version of 75 hard while I was doing it. Like my friend Jazz Nomad, she called it 75 balance. She made her own version. Do what you want. I mean, end of the day, it's just an option of, you know, rules you give yourself. And I think it's really important to give yourself rules, because without rules or goals, where are we going? So guys, tomorrow morning is Tuesday morning here in southeast Queensland, naturally, because it comes after Monday. But normally on a Tuesday, I go to Pilates, so I don't normally do a live. I'm still working. I'm finishing up my work tomorrow. So, even, I don't know, I might even work Wednesday night. Anyway, so, because I'm self-employed, basically I work when I can, or want to. And obviously when you're self-employed, you don't get holiday pay and sick pay. So, you know, it serves a purpose for me. If I want to work, I can work. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so today I'm heading up the Sunshine Coast. Normally I volunteer at a thrift shop today with my client, but my client is not 100% at the moment. He's just had an ear operation. So we're going to go up to the Sunshine Coast to the shop that we normally volunteer and say hello to all the ladies and the gentlemen that we work with, because I really miss them. Like, I miss working with people. Like, I mean, obviously my clients are my colleagues now, so to speak, but it's not the same, right? When you actually work in a job, you know, you actually have that, you know, that mateship. And I miss that mateship. It's probably why, guys, I do these lives, because it's kind of like it's not a job, I don't get paid for it, right? But it's kind of something regular that I do, like a job. but I get to meet people and talk to people, right? You become like my co-workers, like Susan, for example, and Heather. I work with them, so to speak. Like I'm not saying that it's worked to hang out with them and talk to them, but if you look at it in a way, it's kind of like that. So talking to Heather, organising the winter and summer solstice, we are communicating, texting, voice noting each other, organising, trying to figure out how to make it work, and bang, we made it work. Well, actually, it's all Heather's work. Heather really coordinated a lot of that. It was Heather's idea. But, just like work, it's always someone's idea, and then you just kind of get it going. But, a lot of people do question why I do all these lives and how I've got the energy. Don't question how about my energy, guys. We don't question that, because that is probably my favourite thing about myself, is my energy. And I know that one day my energy will go less, but till that day comes, I'm going to enjoy this moment that I get to have this energy and do all the things that I like to do. Morning. So the lady I didn't show you, she's been walking most times I'm down the beach, picking up shells. So she's obviously doing some kind of project. One day I should actually stop and ask her what kind of project she's doing. Yes, and guys, you're going to ask me, how's your sea glass lamp going, Dora? Oops, I just burped. Yep, next question. How's your jewellery wiring going, Dora? Next question. Oh, guys. You know what? Me, I have lots of projects on the bow. And the biggest project at the moment is the fact that, I'm working on me. What I'm doing right now is, I'm walking on the beach. I'm exerting energy because I'm worth it. I need to lose a little bit more weight. Now, this is not my normal health talk, guys. I don't promote losing weight. I don't ever think that's a really good thing. You do you. I promote just moving your body, right? But for me personally, if you want to get deep into my journey, I have a bung knee, and, I have this great ability to walk. I love walking, guys. I could walk all day. But if I don't look after my knee, I won't be able to do that for too much longer. Or maybe a lot longer if I don't do anything about it. But, I have to ice my knee. I have to elevate my knee. I take different kinds of vitamins to help with inflammation. I take, natural remedies, like as in I have a chai masala at night time because it's full of cinnamon. Cinnamon is really, really good for inflammation. I have an arthritic knee, and if I don't do something about it, as in if I don't take a bit of weight off my knees, I wouldn't say I'm actually probably at the most healthiest weight I have been in a million years. Okay, guys, let's see if that snake is still here. This is where that dead snake was. Okay. Oh my God, guys, it's still here. What the fuck? That is so disgusting. Oh my God, guys, look at it. Susan, it's still here. The snake is still here. That is so gross. So just for context, guys, last Wednesday morning, it was fresh. I'm sure it was dead. I'm still not going to go anywhere near it. But it was dead, and it was like shit. And then 2 days later, it was still there, and it was starting to ming, as in smell. So Susan suggested that I ring the council. So I spent half an hour on the phone with council. Council even put me on hold and then said they would talk to one of the, the people that go clean the beaches up, the council people, to get, tell them exactly the location. I said in front of the Seabull Hotel, told them the corner here, the address behind the toilet block. You can't get much more graphic of an address, right? And guess what? They still haven't done it. But, in defence, it is a busy time of year. They probably have half their staff on holidays. Yada, yada, yada. Anyway, you can only do what you can do. I'm not going to sit up there. I'm not going to pick it up and take it off the beach. I'm going to be honest. Though I could probably bury it, but still, I'm just not, I don't want to touch it. I know it's dead now, but, ugh. Oh my gosh, this beach is so beautiful. Sorry guys, I can't actually see the chat, guys. It's just, and I'm on a roll, guys. I'm really, let me see what my heart rate is, guys. Let me see what the heart rate is. Okay. Come on, phone. Whoops, sorry guys. There we go. I know you guys can't see that. I hate wearing these kind of watches, but it serves a purpose. It gets my heart rate, 96, so I need to actually be going a lot faster, guys. So really, when I'm trying to actively lose some weight, you're supposed to get your heart rate over 100 and stay over 100 for at least, 20, 15 minutes to, really burn calories, fat. So basically, 75 hard was so good for me mentally, like the mental toughness, the fact that it proved to myself that I can do a lot of shit. I mean, I don't think I needed to do 75 hard to work that out. I mean, I can do shit. But to stick at something, when you guys watch me start all these projects and you kind of see me not finishing them, I think probably a lot of you thought, yeah, Dora's going to do 75 hard and she's probably going to bow out. It's going to be too hard. Because guess what, guys? 1% of people actually finish 75 hard. That's how hard it is. Now that stat, I didn't realise it was that bad, the stat. The 75 hard people sent that to me in a message. I tagged them saying that, I finished 75 hard when I finished it. And they got back to me just recently and messaged me saying, congratulations, for, sticking it out. Tough, mental toughness is, most important, and use that momentum to keep on going. And I've definitely been using that momentum to keep going. But they said in the message to me was that congratulations, because you're 1% of people finish it. So it's one of the hardest challenges, because most people can go, yeah, I'll give it a crack. But they don't finish it. So I'm sure a lot of you are like, yeah, go Dora. We support you, but will she finish it? Probably not. But fucking guys, I finished it. So haha. And it's not a ha-ha to you guys, it's a ha-ha to myself. It proved to myself that I can do things. Okay, so what time is it? It is 7:16. All right, we're gonna go around back. We're gonna go do some push-ups, triceps, squats in the hut. I have to actually help Diego this morning. I have to take some stuff to the shed. So we are in a midst of massive renovations. When I say we, I live in it, but Diego's the one doing it. I'm helping as much as I can, my way. So I'm taking the things underneath the house. There's hardly anything left underneath the house now. We've got 10 days, Diego's got 10 days to literally gut underneath the house. So yeah, it's pretty stressful for poor Diego. And I didn't realise that we only had 10 days. So yeah, guys, I normally would do a longer live this morning. I don't start work till 10 o'clock this morning, and I'm picking up my client from the train station. So I have a bit of time this morning up my sleeve with, traditionally I would sit here and, gab along, talking on the beach. But, moving boxes is exercise, guys. Just moving your body is exercise, right? So this is just a little bit of time for myself. I love a Monday morning exercise. I don't think there has been one morning in the last 6 months that I haven't been exercising. Monday morning is just my thing. It's like the reset of the week. If I do the things right on a Monday morning, that's stupid, I know this, but you know, it kind of sets my week up. So I would say that there's been a live every Monday morning for the last 6 months, I'd say. And it's probably been a jumping for joy most of those mornings. So there you go, Dora. In saying that you don't stick at things, you do. Very interesting, hey? So guys, when I get to the hut, I'll be able to see the chat a little bit more if there was any questions or comments. Sorry that I'm not acknowledging too many people in the chat today, guys. Don't mean to be rude. If you're new here, I'm not normally a rude person. It's just that, you know, I am marching, literally marching. Look, I am marching along a beach, getting my heart rate up, and you can probably hear it in my voice. I've definitely upped the tempo, and that's why, even though I hate wearing a smartwatch, it is probably not a bad thing to wear it every now and then to remember to get your heart rate going. Okay, can I get through here? Can I get through here without getting my feet wet? Okay, come on, time it well, Dora. Time it well. Come on, come on, come on. Yep, she did it. She did it. Okay. Which hut have we got? We've got this hut or that hut. That hut is near my car and it's empty still, so let's go. So people are already setting up at the beach. So here in Australia, we don't get like, you know, a paid full week of public holidays or anything for, you know, for Christmas. We just get, if you were rostered on to work Christmas Day and Boxing Day, well then you would get those as paid days off. So Thursday is Christmas, isn't it? Yeah, Thursday and Friday this week is Christmas. So those 2 days, if you're a full-time worker, you have to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday would be paid days off. So part of they're public holidays. So public holidays are paid for if you're a full-time worker. If you're a casual worker, tough luck. You don't get those paid days off. If you're self-employed, you don't get those paid days off. But because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are working days, a lot of people have decided to have that week off. So Friday was pretty much knock off. That was the day that a lot of pubs and clubs in Brisbane and around Australia, I guess, were very, very busy on Friday night because everyone's having knock-off drinks. So you will find today there's a lot more people walking along the beach. A lot more people will be starting to set up at the beach and having, like, you know, pre-Christmas parties and stuff, which is cool to see. For me, that means that the roads might be a little bit easier because there's not so many people, you know, commuting for work. But it also means a lot more people will be heading up the Sunshine Coast, which means Dora will be fighting all the traffic. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right, guys, if you can tell by my voice, if anyone's still there, I can't see. Let me have a look. Let me see what my heart rate says. My heart rate is 103. Whoops. 103, sorry. So it just proves that you can actually walk faster if you try. And I guess that's why you wear the smartwatch, because it's just reminding you that your heart rate. Yeah, anyway. Let me catch my breath. Let me have a look at the chat. So Bo's going to be wearing a watermelon outfit. Okay, I've missed that whole conversation. Yes, that's right. A reminder that Susan is going live tomorrow. So she's scheduling her live. So if everyone goes over to Susan's page in a couple of hours, she'll have her scheduled live. If you click it for notification, it'll tell you what time it is in your time zone. Oh my gosh, that was good. I needed that water. So let's do some exercise, guys. Yes, I should have a hairband. I don't have a hairband. I will survive. All right, let's do this. Is my friend Deb in the chat, guys? Is Deb in the chat? Is Deb in the chat? Look, I don't think I've seen Deb in the chat. Deb's not in the chat. So Bo's telling jokes about a watermelon costume. Okay. You know what? I only started kind of doing these back again last week. I'm feeling stronger already. It's amazing. All right. One more set. $111 is my heart rate. So yeah, squats, push-ups, triceps, all build that heart rate up. Higher heart rate, you're burning that fat. Okay, let's go. Do it, Dora. Do it. Do it. Okay, I'm doing it. Ready? Oh, one. We're nearly finished. One, 62, 63. Oh, 63 squats to represent the 63 people that... See ya. No, Deb. Okay. See ya, Susan. So I just did 63 squats to represent the 63 people a week here in Australia that decide they don't want to be here through suicide. So that stat is very, very hurtful for me, being Australian, because that means it's one of my fellow friends each week. I mean, not personally, but like, you know, someone in this universe, in this world, this beautiful country I live in, Australia, decides they don't want to be here. And, you know, this week leading up to Christmas is even a harder week for a lot of people. They've lost someone, they've broken up with a partner, they've lost their house, they've lost their job, many things, or many of those things can happen all in one go, right? I lost my job, where I lived, a relationship, all in one go, and it nearly broke me. I was thankful that I had friends around me that helped pick me up, because if I didn't have that, I don't know where I'd be today. In Australia, we have a lifeline number, which is a toll-free number. I should know the number, 13 33 14, I believe it is. And it's free to call. And I think in other countries around the world, they have the similar kind of thing that you can call and they won't fix your problems, but there's someone to talk to at the end. And I think that's really beautiful. Hey, Mike, how you going? So just remembering that one of those 63 people was one of my friends, Esther, and her partner, her husband, her widow, posted the most beautiful photo of her yesterday. And it was really beautiful. It was a picture of him and her. And I'm not saying that someone has to be beautiful to be missed. I'm just saying that, you know, my friend was gorgeous. Her name was Esther. And she took her life. And it hurts. It really hurts that, you know, she did that. And to see her photo yesterday on Facebook looking so beautiful and happy, just, it irks me, it hurts me so much that she took her life. And I don't, you know, I'm not hurtful at her for doing that. It's circumstantial, right? Many factors got her to a place that she took her life. You know, but I guess what I'm trying to say is when I do those 63 squats, I sit down and I talk about this because mental health is so important. Our mental health, my mental health, your mental health. I have Mike in the chat, Bo, Susan just left. Susan won't mind me talking about this, but Susan actually reached out to the 113 44 33. I can't even remember the number, sorry guys. But she lost a cat many, many years ago, and her cat was her, you know, everything. And 2:00 in the morning, she rang that number and a professional talked to her and calmed her down. And, you know, who knows what would have happened if she didn't call that number. So, yeah, so it's real, guys. Like, I didn't know that. I was just talking about, you know, I always talk about this. And she just happened to say in the chat one day, I rang that number. So, you know, and we all know Susan. And, you know, you don't have to be embarrassed to call a number. You don't have to be too proud to say that, you know, you need help. I always say that, you know, if you want to send me an email, my email is in my bio. What is my email? exploradora@gmail.com. No, hello Dora. Oh, I don't know. What is my email? Hello exploradora@gmail.com. But anyway, it's in my bio. I can't fix. I'm not a counsellor. I can't fix you. That's not my job, right? But I'll listen. I'm happy to listen. Like my friend Esther, she rang me many times and I would just listen. I took her to the beach. She cried. I hugged her many times. But yeah, just that one time, she decided that she had enough and she did what she did. And I think it's a memory that, a reminder that life is precious and, you know, friendships are important. We're all important, right? And I hope that if I ever needed anyone, you know, I'm sure I could call out, I could email Mike. I could, you know, send him a message and say, hey, I really need to chat to someone, you know, can you talk to me? And I know he would talk to me. I'm, you know, incredibly thankful that I have that kind of friendships. Even though, you know, you're strangers, I feel the same. Like if you needed, like Bo, if you were in the chat, if you ever needed me, you know, I'm there for you, mate. Like, you know, send me an email and I'll listen. Yeah, and I just think that if we could be like that to more people, we would live in a better society that, you know, we didn't feel so alone. Anyway, I think I'm done, guys. I think I'm done. I have to go and it's 7:35. Yep, I have to go and clear my downstairs of my house. It's got to go to be taken to a shed. So that's my job this morning. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go and get that going. Thank you for listening. Thank you for walking on the beach with me. It's been an absolutely stunning. I'm in the beach. We're having a look at the beach. It's been an absolutely stunning day out here. It's only 7:35 in the morning. People are already swimming, setting up at the beach. It's beautiful. And if you're watching this on a replay, I'm fine, guys. I'm just, sometimes it's nice to let emotion out and remember my friend. Mum, if you're watching this, I'm fine. Deb, I know you're going to be watching this on the replay. Sorry you missed the live. I even let you know, Deb. I sent you a message saying I'm going to be live. And you responded, so I don't know where you are. But that's okay. You'll catch me on the replay. And if I didn't mention you, thanks for watching. Have an awesome day. And if I don't see you before Christmas, have a good Christmas and New Year's. I will be here. I will be doing lives as per usual. But if you miss one of them, yeah, have a good season. And if you're feeling low, I don't know, come reach out. I'll tell you a joke. I'm not saying it's going to be a good joke, but, you know, I'll tell you a joke. So I'm just trying to get some sand off my shoes. My car is already dirty already again. What is new? What is new? First world problems, all right? I'm going to sit here and say goodbye. Au revoir. Adios. Ciao.